Welcome, everyone. Before we begin our ceremony, I've been asked to announce that if any of you prefer to observe the commencement proceedings indoors, live streaming is available in Mara Auditorium in Masters Hall, which is in that direction. Ushers are ready to guide you to these locations. To provide maximum visibility and respect for all, we ask that you remain seated during the processional and silence all mobile devices. And now, Gettysburg College is proud to present the class of 2022. Jordan, you're up. All right. The class flag is posted. I would ask you to please rise if you're able and remove your caps as Alexandra Charney, a member of the class of 2022, leads us in the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I think we like that. Thank you, Alexandra. Director of Religious and Spiritual Life and College Chaplain Bright will now offer the land acknowledgement and deliver the invocation.
Good morning. Thank you, Marshal Brittner. We begin our ceremony today with an acknowledgement of the land for which we stand and the people who steward it across generations. Gettysburg College is on unceded indigenous land, including the traditional homelands of the Susquehannock, Conestoga, Seneca, and Haudenosaunee Confederacy, Lenape, Shawnee Nation, and the connections of the indigenous people to this land continue today. We have a responsibility to honor these connections, and we strive to understand our place within this past, present, and future of this indigenous land by reflecting on our relationship with the human and other than human relatives with whom it is shared. Won't you pray with me? Dearest friend, behold how good and pleasant it is for the children of the divine to dwell together in unity. Unity that has been tested and tried. Unity that has been born of the great work of many years and tears. Unity that has called us to face the insurmountable, to do the impossible. Yes, indeed, Lord, in every way, let us be one this day to celebrate this sending forward of this and setting free. Amen. It is now with pleasure that I welcome to the podium President Bob Eliano.
Thank you, Bright. Good morning to this somewhat wet, so I have to take off my glasses, otherwise I'm not going to be able to see. And welcome to the 187th commencement exercises of Gettysburg College. We are really honored and a bit wet to gather together today with family, friends, faculty and staff, alumni and distinguished guests, and all of the people watching from around the country and around the world to celebrate this truly remarkable class of 2022. Graduates, let me start by extending to you my most hearty congratulations. This is a special day. It is a day of joy and reflection. It is especially well-deserved. By the way, graduates, you can sit if you want to, though I recognize your chairs are going to be a little bit wet. It is a day of joy and reflection, and it is especially well-deserved. Much like your commencement procession, your journey to this moment has been a long and winding one, with its share of triumphs and obstacles along the way. Amidst these unexpected twists and turns, you have pressed forward ambitiously, shoulder to shoulder with classmates and roommates and teammates who have come to define your Gettysburg experience. And with each step, you've been supported by a community that fervently believes in you. It's a journey, I know, that you will carry with you forever. Today, you emerge from Pennsylvania Hall not only as Gettysburg graduates, but as leaders and engaged citizens prepared to change the world. Your childhood dream of one day and someday is now this day. Class of 2022, it is your time, and we are incredibly proud of you. As you set your sights on the great tasks before you and the responsibilities now entrusted to you as graduates of this college, I am reminded of the enduring words of Franklin Delano Roosevelt. FDR observed, and here I quote, "We have always held to the hope, the belief, the conviction that there is a better life, a better world just beyond the horizon." Graduates, over these past 4 years, you have fearlessly created that future. We see you forming it by how you have rallied around one another and empowered one another in the classrooms, in the laboratories, in the studios, on the playing fields, and on the stages, and throughout our community and abroad. We hear you building it in the ways you have thoughtfully and compassionately engaged in discourse, particularly across difference and how you have amplified the stories of those too often pushed to society's margins. It is because of this collaboration and advocacy during your time here that we can feel the tremble of necessary change beneath our feet. Together, you are approaching this new horizon with the tools and disposition to make a real and lasting difference, each in your own unique way. It is what your consequential education has empowered you to do. At the end of the day, that's the goal of your Gettysburg experience, readying you to be doers, inspiring you to apply what you've learned here for the greater good. We have awfully big challenges facing our nation and the world, challenges that will require people of courage and conscience to address them, people like Representative Murphy, people like you. It may be tempting times to look away, to want to escape from the challenges before us. This temptation's always been present. It's not new, but evolving technology is offering us new and more powerful means of escaping. It may be as simple as increasingly requiring curated online news sources, ensuring that our settled worldviews remain undisturbed and unchallenged. Or it could be through mediums evolving before our eyes. More than 2 decades ago, dating myself a little bit, the computer game The Sims invited players to live a parallel life online. The metaverse will soon deliver something even more textured, more realistic, and perhaps more controllable and inviting. As the challenges in the world grow in scale and urgency, and as the beckoning of a more perfect virtual world awaits, one can only imagine a growing temptation to escape, to look away. But as you will learn today from our commencement speaker, a noble escape is defined by what you are running toward. Here, you are invited to examine those settled assumptions and to see the world through broader and more sophisticated eyes. You are encouraged not to look away from challenges, but to race toward them, to engage, to have your voice heard, to be in the arena. In the words familiar to every Gettysburg student and graduate, to do great work in service of Lincoln's call to advance the unfinished work. Graduates, there's no easy path to progress. It can be far too convenient to look around and conclude that we're simply too divided to mend, too broken to fix. But if I can leave you with one piece of advice today, it would be this. Building a better world means giving your full self to the world that's in front of you. So be present, be engaged, be invested. We still have a lot of unfinished work before us. And as inspiring leaders who have blossomed on this hallowed ground, you are proof that a brighter tomorrow is worth fighting for, always. Class of 2022, this is your time. We look forward to all you will accomplish in the years ahead and the beautiful life and the beautiful world you will help create. I hope you enjoy this beautiful day. I hope the rain has stopped. The pomp, the circumstances, the speeches, the celebration, you deserve every moment of it. Congratulations. It is now my pleasure and honor to introduce our senior class speaker, Phoebe Dosher. As you're about to hear, Phoebe has done just about everything at the college. She will graduate with a Bachelor of Arts in English with a writing concentration and in theater arts. She is from Sandy Hook, Connecticut. Phoebe has been a very active member of our Gettysburg College community during her 4 years here. She served as the president of the Owl and Nightingale Players and participated in choir and voice through our Sunderman Conservatory of Music. Phoebe was also a senior communications intern in the Office of Communications and Marketing, a position for which she was awarded the Student Employee of the Year by our Center for Career Engagement. Now, of course, I've come to know Phoebe best through her superb work as editor-in-chief of the Gettysburgian, our student newspaper. Throughout this past academic year, Phoebe and the other talented students on the Gettysburgian and the photographers have done an exceptional job of capturing this truly historic moment for our college with grace and professionalism. Phoebe is a member of Phi Beta Kappa and the National English Honor Society, Sigma Tau Delta. Last academic year, she was a recipient of the John Alfred Ham Award given to 2 Gettysburg College juniors who have demonstrated the highest degree in the qualities of loyalty, kindness, courtesy, true democracy, and leadership. And just yesterday, at Spring Honors Day, Phoebe was presented with the Emil O. Schmidt Award for Theater Excellence, as well as the Gettysburg College Student Leadership Award. Upon graduation, Phoebe hopefully will be resting, but otherwise will be pursuing a career in editing and writing. Please join me in welcoming our remarkable class of 2022 student speaker, Phoebe Doscher.
Hello. Thank you, President Giuliano. Good morning and welcome to family, friends, faculty, staff, students, and guests. Thank you for being here to celebrate this incredible achievement with the graduating class. Class of 2022, it gives me great joy to stand in front of you and say, we did it. Not we're almost there or we can do it. We did it. And it's been a long journey to get here, so I encourage you all to look around. Notice the faces that have been with you throughout this time. Feel this cap on your head and this gown on your body, and live in the rush of pride and gratitude for making it to this day. You can breathe. You can smile. We're here. We've made it. When we arrived on campus for first-year move-in in August of 2018, the year 2022 felt so far away. We'd have to enter the 3rd decade of the 21st century before walking back down these steps of Pennsylvania Hall. We'd have to finish 4 years of schooling, that's 8 semesters of final exams, and experience 1,361 days as Gettysburg students to get to this moment. It all seemed so distant, and yet, just like everyone told us, the years flew by, and suddenly, we're back where we began. In the same place, sure, but certainly not the same people. I remember sitting in those very seats during opening convocation on a much sunnier day, squinting at the beaming sun just above our class flag atop the cupola, wondering what would come next for us. As Gettysburg's newest students, we came from different places and had yet to establish ourselves in the community, one that encouraged us all to make new friends and develop a rapport with professors, staff, and administrators. In that moment, I clutched the class of 2022 pin placed right above my heart, looked around at all of you, and felt energized by the endless possibilities ahead of us. I also felt terrified. Growing up, I was shy, quiet, and small. Even when I reached high, balancing on the tips of my toes, it often felt as if the world was too big for me. We've all been there in one way or another, those moments when the world feels too vast, too impossible to surmount. Back then, I struggled to make my voice heard and often crumbled under the pressure of this big, messy, complicated world. Even in the days leading up to first-year orientation at Gettysburg, I felt a deep fear coursing through my veins, just trying to picture how I'd navigate a new place. Maybe you did too. I didn't know if I was ready to throw myself into a 4-year experience miles and miles from my hometown, separated from the family, friends, and memories that had shaped me over the past 18 years. But then, when I sat there during convocation, watching the light peek through the trees framing Penn Hall, surrounded by all of you, I realized that maybe this next step could be just the one that I'd been waiting my whole life to begin. When we arrived on Gettysburg College's campus, we stepped into a place where we could reinvent ourselves, not continuing with how our lives were supposed to be, but rather journeying toward the endless possibilities of what our lives could be. When we set foot on campus, we had the chance to let go of all that filled our pre-Gettysburg lives. We could begin anew, and begin we did. So when we settled into this community, we grew into a new world that welcomed us, tested us, and appreciated us. We started raising our hands high in class and fearlessly making mistakes. We started attending, even leading, club meetings and organizing our peers around common issues. We started applying to opportunities, jobs, leadership roles, continued education, scholarships, and internships, all along the way trusting that we had the potential to achieve whatever we set out to do. So while I missed my life back home immensely, I've started to fall in love with Gettysburg more. I found family in my professors, roommates, friends, and classmates. I felt challenged and driven. And above all, I discovered that not only did I have something to believe in, but I had people who believed in me. Not only did I start to believe in myself and feel like myself, but I also felt enlivened by the people around me. And with every moment that I believed more in myself and in this magical, transformative place, I also felt more embedded in this community and the people who aided that transformation. As these 4 years unfolded, I have witnessed all of us tapping into our wealth of potential, learning more than ever about ourselves and the world around us. The longer we stayed, the more we realized we could knock on our professors' office doors, race laps at Shirk Field, and perform on the stage at the Majestic Theater. With this growing confidence, we also started to lean into the difficult but necessary moments of discomfort, making mistakes, being vulnerable, being held accountable, making tough decisions, and having hard conversations. I'd be lying if I said it's been easy, but I'd also be lying if I said it wasn't worth it. Here's the catch, though. All of that, the confidence, the hand-raising, the organizing and fearlessly leading, every single part of that was within us before. It came to life here, fueled by an environment and people who could say, you are capable, you can do great work, and most importantly, you belong. At Gettysburg College, we all have our causes and purposes, the things that make it worth waking up in the morning and make us feel fulfilled at the close of each day. We've channeled our passions into action, working collectively, diligently to achieve things that matter, creating a more equitable and just world, championing individuals for their identity and expression, and bridging the gaps in society that make some lives disproportionately harder than others. We all have causes that demand the very best of ourselves to advance. Class of 2022, I've been inspired by your diligence, passion, and commitment to making a difference. In this class, one of the largest graduating classes at Gettysburg, we are learners, teachers, and activists. We are game changers, adventure seekers, and good troublemakers. And all of us have made it to this moment side by side together. The past 4 years have been a pursuit filled with great excitement, achievement, and purpose. We've seen each other thrive, we've seen each other fall down, and we've helped pull each other back up again. We made it through each year, some on campus, some not, and valiantly reached the other side. And even though it was terrifying for me to look around during convocation and not know anybody and not even know which buildings were which, Gettysburg has become a forever home, and you all have become a forever family. Now, as you process across the stage and finally hold your diploma in your hand, the culmination of all your hard work, I implore you to think back to that person looking up at the sun glinting off the top of the cupola 4 years ago. Think about how many classrooms you've entered, how many papers you've drafted and redrafted, how many times you sat in the library for hours working or hardly working alongside good friends. Think about all the times you've greeted Regina walking into Servo. And think about all the brilliant rainbows and sunsets you saw paint the Gettysburg sky. Remember that the person you were 4 years ago, 10 years ago, even 20 years ago is still there. Embrace this moment knowing that this version of yourself right here, right now, is filled to the brim with memories, experiences, and incredible lessons from this place and is ready to act upon them. Relish in the fact that all the amazing versions of yourself that you have yet to become are just beneath the surface, soon to be realized. I hope that you never forget that you had everything within you to do great work, and you always will. We are boundless, class of 2022. I see it, I believe it, and I can't wait to see what we will do next. Congratulations. I would now like to ask Lindsay Winnick, Senior Philanthropy Intern, to come to the podium.
Okay. Hello, my name is Lindsay Winnick, and I'm a member of the class of 2022 and leader of the Senior Glass Gift Campaign. I'm excited to share the results of our successful campaign with you all today. This year, 204 members of the class of 2022 participated in the Senior Class Gift Campaign, contributing a total of $3,646 to the Gettysburg Fund. These gifts will support scholarships, academic departments, athletic teams, the arts, and other selected programs on campus. On behalf of the annual giving team, I would like to thank those of you who helped this effort. You took your first step towards becoming an involved alum by supporting the areas on campus that positively impacted your undergraduate experience. Giving back allows Gettysburg to attract and retain talented faculty, support students in need of financial assistance, and invest in the residential and extracurricular activities that build community. You were a bullet for 4 years, and now you're an alum for life. Congratulations on graduating today, and thank you for your support. I hope to see you all at reunion in 2027.
Thank you, Lindsay, and a special thanks to everyone who contributed so generously to the Senior Gift Campaign. You've continued a tradition of service to Gettysburg College, begun by classes before you and for future classes to emulate. At this time, I would now like to introduce David Brennan, the chair of the Gettysburg College Board of Trustees.
Mr. President, it's now my pleasure to present a candidate for an honorary degree. This individual has demonstrated a commitment to excellence and to the values and ideals inherent in the liberal arts tradition through their work and through their lives. Congresswoman Stephanie Murphy, please come forward. Thank you. Mr. President, I have the honor to present Stephanie Murphy for the degree of Doctor of Public Service, honoris causa. Stephanie.
Stephanie Murphy, Doctor of Public Service. United States Congresswoman Stephanie Murphy, you represent Florida's 7th Congressional District in the House of Representatives with pride. You have dedicated your life to public service, and now you serve on the House Ways and Means Committee with subcommittee appointments on trade and worker and family support. In addition, you serve on the House Armed Services Committee, where you are vice chair of the subcommittee on intelligence and special operations, and are a member of the subcommittee on tactical air and land forces. The breadth of your various appointments illustrates both the value of your liberal arts undergraduate education and your intellectual commitment to improving the lives of all citizens of the United States. A graduate of the College of William & Mary, earning a BA in economics, and Georgetown University taking an MS in foreign service. Before your election to Congress, you served as a national security specialist in the Office of the Secretary of Defense. You received numerous awards for your accomplishments, including the Secretary of Defense Medal for Exceptional Civilian Service. While working for the Secretary, you were involved with numerous security issues, including counterterrorism, foreign military relations, and strategic planning. Prior to your service at the Pentagon, you were a consultant at Deloitte. Before running for elected office, you were an executive at Sungate Capital, an investment management firm, and an instructor at Rollins College, teaching business and entrepreneurship classes. Born in what is now Ho Chi Minh City, formerly Saigon, Vietnam, you fled your native country with your family by boat when you were just 6 months old. After a U.S. Navy rescue and time in a Malaysian refugee camp, your family arrived in the United States in 1979 under the sponsorship of the Christ Lutheran Church of Fredericksburg, Virginia. Your parents worked long hours at manual labor in order to support you and your brother in the pursuit of better lives in your new country. A first-generation college graduate, you have established yourself with distinction. The 2016 Pulse nightclub massacre spurred you to run for political office. A political novice, you became the first Vietnamese American elected to Congress. Stephanie Murphy, in recognition of your pursuit of public service for the greater good, we are proud to present you with the highest honor that we can bestow.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Gettysburg College and the laws of the Commonwealth, I hereby present to you Stephanie Murphy the honorary degree of Doctor of Public Service with all the rights, honors, and privileges that apply. Thank you. Now that she has received her honorary degree, it is my sincere pleasure to introduce Congresswoman Stephanie Murphy to address the class of 2022.
Good morning, Gettysburg College. I hope you'll indulge me for just one moment. Can everybody give me a big smile? You guys are wet, but still looking great. I really appreciate that. In politics, we say it didn't happen unless it's on Instagram, so we've got it covered. I want everyone to know that this happened. Class of 2022, your graduation. I'm so excited to be here. President Giuliano, Provost Zappi, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty and family, and friends, and staff, and most importantly, students of the graduating class of 2022. Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you so much for your hospitality. It's so great to be here. I'm really happy to be here celebrating your special day. You're probably feeling a mix of emotions right now and a little wet, but you're probably happy about everything you've accomplished and already a little nostalgic about Gettysburg College traditions like the first year walk and something called Servo Thanksgiving. Proud of the adversity that you've overcome, including a pandemic that has caused terrible suffering and disrupted your education. Grateful to your family for always having your back, indebted to them, literally, in every sense of the word. Excited for the future and confident that Gettysburg has prepared you to lead a life of consequence. And probably a little sad to say goodbye to classmates who've become close friends and to professors who challenged you because they saw the potential in you. Personally, I'm feeling excited for you and a little nervous for myself because I recognize that I'm one of the only things standing between you and your hard-earned degrees and your, shall we say, spirited celebrations. Since President Lincoln set the bar pretty high for speeches delivered in Gettysburg, you know, my goals for this speech are pretty modest. I polled members of my staff, many of whom graduated from college fairly recently, and they said to me they didn't really remember the name of their graduation speaker, and those who did couldn't remember a single thing the speaker said. So I suppose my main goal is that if sometime in the future, when someone asks you who your graduation speaker is, you'll remember me. You know, and you don't even have to remember my name. Some Asian woman with an Irish name is good enough for me. My second goal is to avoid the fate of Edward Everett. You've probably never heard of him. He had been the president of Harvard University. I believe it's also known as the Gettysburg College of Cambridge, Massachusetts. Everett gave the main address in Gettysburg on November 19, 1863, and was followed by President Lincoln. And while Lincoln spoke for about 2 minutes, Everett spoke for about 2 hours. I promise I won't be doing that. But the next day, a newspaper said this about Everett's speech: "Seldom has a man talked so long and said so little." If someone says that about this speech, I'll never forgive myself. So my hope is to be brief and inspiring, because I know that when you want brief and inspiring, the first person you turn to is a member of Congress. What I'd like to do is to give you 3 suggestions for life after Gettysburg College. And then I would like to sit down and have you stand up to applaud me. My first piece of advice is to be courageous. To be clear, having courage, whether it's physical courage or moral courage, isn't the same thing as being reckless. Courage is bravery, but with a purpose. It's about taking a calculated risk for a cause, knowing you could fail or suffer consequences even if you succeed. And when I look back on my own life, I see countless acts of courage all along the way. Simply put, I wouldn't be where I am today, or maybe even alive, if it weren't for the courage of others, both those closest to me and complete strangers. Let me explain. I was born in Vietnam in the late 1970s, a few years after the Vietnam War had ended. And the new communist government was persecuting people like my parents who had worked with American or South Vietnamese forces during the war. And my mom and dad, like all parents, wanted a better future for their children. They wanted a life of safety and freedom and opportunity. But that was no longer possible in Vietnam. And so when I was a baby and my brother was 8, we fled our homeland by boat in the dead of night with my father at the helm. I think my parents knew that we might not survive the passage, but they had resolved that it was better for us to die together in search of light than to live on in darkness. And now that I'm the mother of 2 kids myself, I can't imagine the courage this took. Several days into our attempted escape, our boat ran out of fuel in the middle of the South China Sea. Evidently, my dad's bravery was not matched by his logistical skills. But thanks to grace or good fortune, a US Navy ship found our small boat adrift in the vast sea. And the sailors on board, all of them trained for combat, gave us the fuel and food we needed to reach a Malaysian refugee camp. And in extending this grace to desperate strangers, they embodied the power and generosity of America. At around the same time, the administration of President Jimmy Carter, in the face of significant public opposition, they made the politically courageous decision to increase the number of refugees from Southeast Asia that the United States would accept. And this policy change set the stage for a Lutheran church to sponsor my family's passage from the Malaysian refugee camp to the United States. And we settled in Virginia and became proud American citizens. And when I reflect on the earliest years of my life, I shake my head in astonishment. If it weren't for the courage of my parents, those American soldiers, and leaders in the Carter administration, my life would have turned out very differently and could have ended soon after it had just begun. Let me tell you another quick story about courage. It was 2016. I was in my late 30s. I know, I look a little younger than that. My husband and I were living in Orlando. I had 2 kids under the age of 5 and 2 jobs. I was working at an investment firm and teaching at a local college. And one evening in June, a man walked into the Pulse nightclub in my city and gunned down 49 innocent people who had gathered that night to dance and have fun with their friends. And the incident shocked me, as did the inadequate response from the long-serving member of Congress who represented the area. So I did something that a few people called courageous, but that most people called crazy. And trust me, it's often a very fine line. I launched a 4-month campaign for Congress trying to unseat a 24-year incumbent. And did I mention the only elected office I'd ever held was vice president of my sorority? So on election eve, before we knew the results, my husband, who's sitting over there, also wet, he presented me with this ring. And he told me, whatever happens tonight, whether you win or you lose, you've earned this ring because you had the courage to try. Well, in a huge shock to everyone, myself included, I won, becoming the first Vietnamese American woman ever elected to Congress in our nation's history. And as an aside, I confess that when I first arrived in the halls of Congress and walked around taking in all the history and the architecture and the statues, mostly of men, but we're working on that, I thought to myself, how did I, a refugee, an immigrant, someone who grew up in a trailer park and was the first woman in her family to go to college, how in the world did I get here? These days, when I listen to some of the things that my colleagues say and see how they behave, I think to myself, how did you get here? But all jesting aside, back to my point about courage. Look, I still wear this ring. I'm wearing it now. I call it my courage ring, which I guess I realize makes me sound a little like a character from The Lord of the Rings. But I hope you find your own version of a courage ring. Throughout life, you're going to be presented with opportunities to act, and you're not going to know what the outcome will be in advance. There are no guarantees in life, but I hope you'll have the courage to try. And if you do, I think you can change your own life or the life of someone else in ways that you never imagined. So my second piece of advice is to calibrate your internal compass towards your true north. True north represents the person, the thing, or cause that gives you purpose, meaning, and direction. And I think you're going to need this because no matter how much you plan out your life, it's unlikely to follow a predictable linear path. And when you arrive at a fork in the road, you're going to need to check and recheck your internal compass in order to chart the best course forward. For me, my true north is the desire to honor the memory of my late father, to live my life in a way that makes his sacrifice worthy. It's also the hope that I'll make my children proud of me when they're old enough to understand who I am and what I've done. And finally, it's this desire to continue paying back the debt of gratitude I owe this country, which first gave me sanctuary and then gave me opportunity. It was this internal compass that first led me to public service, around the time when you all were born. I had just graduated from college. My classmates and I were setting out on our own for the first time. We were splitting our time between our first jobs and big city versions of college weekends. And then on September 11th, 2001, terrorists flew planes into the Twin Towers in New York City. They flew a plane into the Pentagon in Washington, D.C., and they planned to fly another plane into a high-profile target in our capital. Thanks to the unbelievable courage of its passengers, that plane instead crashed into a field here in Pennsylvania. For me, I saw the nation I love come under attack. So I quit my private sector job, I went back to grad school and got a job at the Department of Defense. It was an honor to work alongside the men and women in uniform, the same uniform worn by those sailors who had rescued my family so many years earlier. I think my dad was proud I was helping to chip away at the debt our family owed this country. And one day, I hope my children will be proud of me for doing my part to leave them a safer world. And I hope my country is proud of me for giving the best of myself during her time of crisis. My late father, my children, my country. Together, they're my true north on my internal compass. They've helped me make decisions as I try to lead a life of consequence. And I urge you to find your own true north. It'll guide you as you head into your next adventure. And finally, I hope you strive for a life of service. In my experience, nothing will give you a greater sense of personal satisfaction than dedicating your time and talents to helping others. There are many different ways to do this, and I'm sure to the great relief of the parents out there, not all of them require you to take a vow of poverty. You can do good and do well. And I'll also make a personal plea. I hope you'll consider a career or at least a serious stint in government service. Because boy, does our country need young people like you right now. You're living through one of the most challenging moments in history, a global pandemic, climate change threatening the only planet we have, an uncertain economic outlook, Russia's invasion of Ukraine, an America that is deeply divided. At times, it feels like our union, which thousands of soldiers died to preserve just steps from where you sit today, is unraveling at the seams. And at my own graduation over 2 decades ago, a man who became my mentor made the same plea to me and my classmates. General Brent Scowcroft had been the National Security Advisor to 2 presidents, and he said, "I ask you to consider public service, not because it is easy, but because it is hard, rewarding, and oh so necessary. How well the wonderful things this great nation stands for will be preserved and projected will depend on the quality of people whose hands are on the helm of state." Those words ring more true today than ever. So graduates, you sit here today for the final time at your commencement, the beginning of the next stage of your lives, each of you destined to head down a different path. Through education and experience, you've acquired knowledge and developed character. You've proven yourself to be strong and resilient. You've endured remote learning and social isolation, and you've sacrificed to keep others safe and healthy. Through it all, you've persevered. Your diploma bears a name, Gettysburg, that is central to the American story and represents what is best about the American spirit. That should make you feel proud and humble. As a Gettysburg graduate, you are now ready to do great work for your community, your country, and your world. I urge you to be courageous, to find your purpose, and to live a life of service. You've made this place so proud. You've made the people who love you proud, and I know you'll continue to make them proud. Good luck and Godspeed. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Murphy, for those inspiring and powerful words that our graduates will certainly take to heart. Well, graduates, I think it is the time that you all are looking forward to when we will confer the bachelor's degrees on each of you. And so I will turn the podium over to the provost to introduce the stage of our proceeding.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree please rise if you are able? President Giuliano, these students have completed all requirements leading to the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Upon recommendation of the faculty, I ask you to confer upon them this degree.
Okay, these are the key words. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Gettysburg College and the laws of this Commonwealth, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts. I admit you to the rights and privileges which pertain to the bachelor's degree, and I charge you to use responsibly the learning and insights that you have acquired. Congratulations.
You may be seated. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science please rise if you are able? President Giuliano, these students have completed all requirements leading to the degree of Bachelor of Science. Upon recommendation of the faculty, I ask you to confer upon them this degree.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Gettysburg College and the laws of this Commonwealth, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science. I admit you to the rights and privileges which pertain to the bachelor's degree, and I charge you to use responsibly the learning and insight that you have acquired. Congratulations.
You may be seated. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Music please rise if you are able? President Giuliano, these students have completed all requirements leading to the degree of Bachelor of Music. Upon recommendation of the faculty, I ask you to confer upon them this degree.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Gettysburg College and the laws of this Commonwealth, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Music. I admit you to the rights and privileges which pertain to this bachelor's degree, and I charge you to use responsibly the learning and insight you have acquired. Congratulations.
You may be seated. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Music Education please rise if you are able? President Giuliano, these students have completed all requirements leading to the degree of Bachelor of Music Education. Upon recommendation of the faculty, I ask you to confer upon them this degree.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Gettysburg College and the laws of this Commonwealth, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Music Education. I admit you to the rights and privileges which pertain to this bachelor's degree, and I charge you to use responsibly the learning and insight that you have acquired. Congratulations.
You may be seated. The graduates will come forward at the direction of the student marshals. Out of respect for the entire graduating class, please remain in your seats and hold your applause until the end of the diploma presentation. According to academic tradition, the class of 2022 valedictorian and salutatorian will receive their diplomas last.
For the degree Bachelor of Arts and President of the Senior Class, Courtney Holeva. For the degree Bachelor of Arts, Vice President of the Senior Class, Ingrid Baer. For the degree Bachelor of Arts and Treasurer of the Senior Class, Zachary Workman. For the degree Bachelor of Science, cum laude, and Secretary of the Senior Class, Sarah Ellis. For the degree Bachelor of Arts, Julia Abazia. Alice Kathleen Abbott Havers. Julia Aguilera Gonzalez. Jessica Alicia. Bailey Angelino. Abby Apostolos. Joseph Arjun. Vincent Armenio. Paul Asper. Kayode Balogun. Ryan Fierro Barrera. Benjamin James Beckman. Clifford E. Bell. Avery Bennett. Madeline Renita Berger. Michael Bernhardt. Alex Evan Bernstein. Eileen Besselman. Andrew Jacob Best. Diana Catherine Biesecker. Louis Elliott Capstick Bishop. Brian Michael Boxon. Nicoletta Bonsanti. Theodore Harrison Bradford. Brian Patrick Bradley. Diane Christine Flynn Brennan. Elizabeth Grace Briggs. Angus Brulard. Aquila Victoria Brown. Matthew Francis Brown. Brittany Brunache. Douglas Buchanan. Miles Burbank. Carson Butler. Lillian Cadet. Michael Kevin Cassidy. Giancarlo Castillo. Ariana Amy Castro. Eric Chambers. Avery Guerin Close. Ricardo Correa. Jack Corrigan. Samantha Cotter. Brody Cowan. Thomas Creighton. Sophia Audrey Cronin. Owen Connor Crosby. Kevin Angelo Tipon Kupai. Theodore James Davis. Salvador Di Benedetto. Efrain de Leon Angon. Catherine D'Elia. Joe Di Pasquale. Aaron R. Deppen. Laura Beth Diaz. Colleen Assunta DiLello. Quinn Doherty. James Craig Domaleski. Cassandra Dorsonville. Ashley Downs. James Thomas Dunn. Vanessa Duran. Alyssa Eicher. Anthony Elar III. Julia Elisano. Morgan Evans. McLeod Farley. Brendan Finn. Nick Fiore. Daniel John Fitzgerald. Joseph Fogel III. Hannah Fryman. Mike Galida. John Walter Gallus. Kevin Ganjon. Rika Garmani. Austin Kyle Gaston. Anna Geddes. Griffin Jelinus. Brian Gentilello. Madeline George. Reed Giswaldi. Christopher Sean Gibson. Thomas Gilman. Julia Nicole Gocap. Byron Robert Good. Kaylee Catherine Gowan. Katie Graham. Frank Joseph Grant. Megan Rose Green. Charlotte Bennett Greer. Lindsay Hammond. Olivia Marie Harrison. Annabelle Hardigan. Riley Hastings. Alexi Fizazi Hawkins. Saul Fernandez. Samantha Herzog. Tristan Hockman. Trevor Wesley Hoffman. Austin Hokinson. Ryan Sullivan Houlihan. Michael Huglin. Lila Israeli. Paul Ivans, sorry. Matthew James. Caliph Jaden CJ Aramilo. Kathleen Jenkins. Elizabeth Jennings. Nikita Johnson. Diego J. Joseph. Megan Joy. Edward Francis Kaczynski IV. Alejandro Kempfer. Teresa Kasanik. Riley Kaufman. William Edgar Kelly. Emily Danielle Kesselman. Ryan Kirkpatrick. Catherine Amy Costco. Paul Krakowiak. James Krumsick. Zachary Kenneth LaChance. Andrew Lonnie. Hallie Hart Lavin. Kiana Alexis Law. Daniel David Lee. Elodie Lyons. Thomas Lieberman. Kevin Junshawn Liu. Hannah Loff. Karen Erica Lucero Ortega. Andrew Joseph Lusardi. Matthew Lynch. Angelo Magliochetti. Craig Thomas McGovern. Michael Marr. Heather Majewski. Nicole Akila Mangaroo. Catherine Mangione. Catherine Makeda. Isabella Marcharetto. Ray Martin. Samantha Martinez. Luke Matsky. John Parker McHeffey. Caroline McKinley. Lauren McVeigh. Alyssa Ariel Mendoza. Noah Middlecoff. Hayden Moffitt. Hera Molina Zepeda. Jonathan Molina. Matthew Sinclair Muir. Jose Murillo. Teddy Murphy. Kevon Musgrove. Erica Muskus. Linwood Nicholas Jr. Audrey Nikolich. Jackson Dragon Nines. Claude Shangora. Catherine O'Brien. Brandon Michael Oravillo. Desmond O'Rourke. Brianna Padilla. Corey Palazzo. Kevin Kun-Min Park. Christopher Charles Marquis Peterson. Tess Amelia Paitila. Olivia Ploshin. Emma Polito. Noah Podashak. Valerie Ramos. Dalton Ramsey. Tiari Monet Ramsey. James Raphaelson. Maeve Regan. Benjamin Relack. Valerie Ramos. No, okay. Christina Blair Richson. Carly what? Carly Lyons Rice. Cooper Rick. Christian Rodriguez. Janet Rodriguez. Montserrat Alexis Rodriguez. Edward Rogers. Jack Rooney. Elizabeth Ann Rousseau. Nick Ruffalo. Thomas Joseph Ryan. Alexandra Samarov. Matthew Santamoro. Hillary Santos. Kai Alexander Saunders. Max Schelling. Angelina Shorman. William Schmidt. Eric Seeger. Julia Sears. Catherine Sears. Katie Secafico. Sammy Sestito. Ahmad Sheikh. Anthony Shepard. Sydney Siegel. Matthew Siegler. Samuel Soiferman. Magali Solis. Bobby Steiner. Troy Stevenson. Margaret Grace Sullivan. Patrick Sullivan. Mackenzie Elizabeth Tinner. Christian Tolino. Sarah Schuyler Thompson. Todoro Jose Torado. Mackenzie Taylor Toth. Caroline Traeger. Autumn Trippett. Caroline Margaret Trushin. Frederick Tabula. Anthony Valentino. Emmanuel Vargas. Christopher Voss. Natalie Elisa Vasquez. Jaylene Velez. Jennifer Jane Vespasiano. Miranda Villarreal. Vanessa Villarreal. Ebony DeConti Waite. Dylan Weinstock. Madeline Welsh. Sarah Westrick. Audrey Joyce White. Christopher Williams. Desiree Michelle Williams. Lindsay Winnick. Cole Worth. Megan Warner. Jinduo Wu. Allison Marie Yanis. Naiha Zahid. Charles Allen Zuro.
For the degree Bachelor of Science, Sarah Elizabeth Adams. Trevor Balch. Sarah Barron. Haley Bechtel. Tim Bell. Erica Natalia Calle Prieto. Fernando Antonio Campomor. Patrick John Canty. Matthew Arbeck Cherubino. Audrey Chesney. Justin Lucas Shavanik. Christine Elizabeth Saganik. Andrew Decker. Jean Durellis. Connor Dowd. Olivia Rose Duffy. Mackenzie Maher Fahey. Carolina Fernandez. Garrett Vincent Fogarty. Sean Gallagher. Eloise Germain. Isabel Geitz. Brandon Hall. Tim Harper. Kaylee Noyemi Hernandez. Sarah E. Hong. Alexandria Hudson. Michael Salvatore Iodice. Sheldon Paul C.J. Johnson. Marcus Josie. Kyle David Crozier. Jackson Cole Lewandowski. Max Levi. Kaylin Lucero Garcia. Jarek David McCuff. Ricardo Avila Miranda. Haley Neubauer. Sydney Lynn Pivovarnik. Sydney Loanne Kwan. Thomas Ryan Ramsey. Nathaniel Rell. Marcus Neil Rivera. Carlos Omi Sanchez Jr. Susanna Sarkar. Lily L. Sellers. Alec Schock. Amanda Sproha. Alexander Stillman. Sarah Taffy. Brian Taylor. Kira Tuberty. Elisa Villarreal. Drew Walton. Jacob Wise. Hanwan Zhang. Ye Zhang. Ziyang Zhang. For the degree Bachelor of Music Education, Samantha Lee Burr. For the degree Bachelor of Arts, cum laude, Andrew Philip Adam. Ricardo Aguilar. Jessica Marie Alessi. Brett Anderson. Nicholas Joseph Barish. Lauren Beccaria. Mariah Beck. Emma Elizabeth Bedell. Brian Berry. Ashlyn Boer. Lauren Jean Browning. Charlotte Buckman. Madison Bulgajewski. Brett Burton. Peter Byhauer. Ethan Francis Canistra. Shane Harrison Carley. Amanda Irene Carrier. Xinyi Chen. Isabella Grace Clemens. William Harrison Combs. Casey Craig. Alexander James Daw. Nicole DiGiacomo. Shelby Deron. Mackenzie Donovan. Will Esposito. Rosalind Farrell. Chloe Michelle Feuderer. Erica Susan Gardner. Dejanay Godby. Noah Grayson. Julia Green. Eleanor Jean Aiken Gross. Brittany Marie Hanlon. Benjamin Hazencope. Spencer Hedges. Jaeger Rowdy Held. Sabrina Halavinsky. William Hopkins. Hannah Huskitch. Daniel Robert Jones. Sydney Elizabeth Kaplan. Ethan Kincaid. Alexandra Kushner. Hannah Lindert. Emma Love. Michelle Martin. Grace McNamara. Deanna Elizabeth Mendez. Emily Taylor Miller. Matthew Moreau. Eamon Morrissey. Eve Malidi. Matthew Murray. Christina Oreo. Esmeralda Maud Orndorff. Amanda Orris. Tessa Panero. Stacy Reisner. Bays Rigopoulos. Flavia Scotto Dontorno. Bridget Shea. Kevin James Stahl. Chanel Torres. Kaylin Nicole Trout. Alice Washington Turley. Grace Verbruge. Ben Waxberg. Gabriella Taylor Wandress. David Joseph Weiner. Electa Willender. Michael Vincent Winshew. Caitlin Malia Yap. Minhao Zhang. Yuchen Zhang. Lin Zhu. For the degree Bachelor of Science, cum laude, Francesca Amor Anchuelo Aguilar. Mason Canonico. Ian Cook. Megan Cushing. Matthew Day. Noah Dundas. Sarah Eve Feldman. Richard James Fisher. Han Gong. Nathan Imgrund. Matthew Richard Calamar. Jack Kenyon. Georgia Lee Larzerlier. Ashling Gabriella Lavelle. Brittany Lowe. Shane Wiley Maniri. Elizabeth Mahasey. Lily Malink. John Nathaniel Moore. Zvedimir Petkov. Cole Quinn. Samuel Joseph Rice. Danielle Seacott. Preston Southwick. Nora Evelyn Stenson. Brett Swanson. Blaze Veras. Danielle Wallace. Emily Wirt. Catherine Wanook Fink. Yihan Wu. For the degree Bachelor of Music Education, cum laude, Brian Eugene Beakley. Summer Annalise Burton. Logan Gregory Shippey. For the degree Bachelor of Arts, magna cum laude, Lucia Kimonhi Billings. Anna Bohenick. Eleanor Barnes Boy. Alexandra Bruder. Andrew Buckley. Nico Chen. Mirabelle Ruth Cohen. Catherine Cooper. Sophie Grace Craig. Kylie Ann Deneen. Margaret Mary Drew. Bridget Dunleavy. Alexandros Economou. Alexis Marie Escarcega. Hannah Evans. Timothy Tate Fay. Matthew Fellini. Anya Ford. Garrett Henry Frick. Cole Froelich. Grace Gallagher. Sarah Gilsol. Audrey Claire Glass. Chloe Gibson Gagne. Henry Goodson. Matthew Christopher Granito. Stephen Henry Hahn. Amanda Hanson. Chelsea Elisa Hardy. Lindsay Howard. Benjamin B. Johnson. Kayla Rose Julio. Aaron Keener. Zebulon Kinney. Eleanor Knappman. Josiah Kunor. Matt LaJoy. Emma Lavoy. Sarah Elizabeth Madsen. Joseph Mark Magushok. Marlene Ivana Maldonado Lopez. Amy Nicole Merigliano. Carly Mayo. Paige Mertz. Charlie Norelli. Molly O'Gara. Sarah Paul. Anna Rose Piencos. Adrian Poissant. Duncan Proxmire. Alex Raimundo. Alexi Jane Ralston. Megan Nicole Reimer. Alexis May Rinker. Jacob Glenn Rowland. Joseph Rutledge. Adil Server. Lorianne and Belina Semple. Jennifer Schaefer. Shane C. Shannon. Samantha Scherz. Madison Sigdal. Peter Terracone. Lucas Tomas Toglia. Kyle Troger. Lauren Van Artsdalen. Strai Nick Van. Alexis Penne Waltz. Lacey Waynand. Bailey McFarland Itterdahl. For the degree Bachelor of Science, magna cum laude, Gabrielle Ambulos. Emma Armstrong. Emily Rose Bostrom. Cassandra Susan Brimmer. Madison Cachase. Auden Cameron Lapariello. Lauren Elise Dardick. Zachary Oscar DeBesh. Mallory Elena Dugan. Rachel Fuller. Kelly Gaudian. Jacobus Hootmer. Benjamin Hoops. Samuel Hutchinson Jagalinzer. Megan Joanne Jeffries. Megan Junis. Hao Lin. Zoe Isabella Marinacci. Stephanie Ann Matlega. Samuel Nonamaker. Diana Sylvia Pacheco Garcia. Naira Podyal. Abigail Deneen Wright. Anna Shaw. Julia Sharapi. Vivian Sawyerd. Sophia Thipina. Emma Suzanne Toms. Tien Tong. Angel Vergara. Mary Catherine Wuddle. Michaela Walker. Gavin Walmer. Justin Winkle. Amila Zigich. For the degree Bachelor of Music Education, magna cum laude, Eric Andrew Gabriel. Amanda Harold. For the degree Bachelor of Arts, summa cum laude, Abigail Adam. Fiona Aramando. Nicole Bauer. Christy Anna Bernarde. Jacob David Barowitz. Corey Bone. Giacomo Carlo Coppola. Emily Catherine Dalgleish. Cameron D'Amica. Phoebe Dosher. Margaret Galloway. Katie Gentile. Sydney Goldberg. Sophia Gravenstein. Emma Groff. Margaret Halpin. Olivia Brooke Handelman. Caitlin Emily Heslop. Joanna Hollick. Sarah Elizabeth Coomer. Stephen Landry. Skylar Lee. Christopher Thomas Lowe. Rachel Irene Main. Ryzen Chance Marovich. Gavin Jonathan Maziarz. Kaylee Michael. Jared Alexander Michaels. Isabel Giovanna Nieves. Taylor Pollen. Teresa Domenica Rogers. Abigail Marie Roos. Taylor Joe Rousseau. Benjamin Thomas Shepard. Kayla Marie Stowell. Camille Therese Trachik. Erica Lee Uzak. Sammy Ventimiglia. Matthew Weller. Victoria Viersbevich. For the degree Bachelor of Science, summa cum laude, Jerry Ann Abercrombie. Zoe Ann Bender. Sophie Bukas. Tegan Bethany Cobb. Huang Do. Hayden Dubnisky. Ashley Gaffey. Emma Jane Hedgepeth. Jordan Marquis Horowitz. Abigail Lewis. Lee Hanyang Magnus. Nicholas Markey. Hallie Mastro. Olivia Morin. Ayn Nguyen. Oliver Pickering. Brendan Robinson Roth. Caroline Soderman. For the degree Bachelor of Music, summa cum laude, Ethan Andrew Tessier. For the degree Bachelor of Music Education, summa cum laude, Alexandra Lee Charney. I now have the pleasure of recognizing two very special members of the class of 2022. For the degree Bachelor of Science, summa cum laude, the salutatorian of the class of 2022, Casey Elizabeth Herr. And for the degree Bachelor of Science, summa cum laude, the valedictorian of the class of 2022, Jordan Marie Markle. Family and friends, I present to you now the Gettysburg College class of 2022.
Congratulations, class of 2022. You are now alumni, and it is my pleasure to introduce you to Brian Orsinger, a member of the class of 2001 and the president of the Alumni Board of Directors.
Thank you, President Giuliano. Good afternoon, class of 2022. How are you doing? You good? That was pretty good. That was pretty good. But I know that today, of all days, this day, you've got a little more fuel in the tank, so I'll ask you one more time. Class of 22, how we doing? All right. I like it. Well, good afternoon. It is a pleasure to be here. Thank you very much for letting me share in this day with you. On behalf of the more than 31,000 Gettysburg College Alumni Association members, it is my distinct honor to be here sharing in the day and to extend a heartfelt congratulations to the class of 2022. As I look at what today is against the backdrop of your past 4 years here, I can't help but see the analogy. It's kind of interesting to think that we started the morning off, a lot of excitement, perhaps a few nerves. We were met with a challenge midway, and you persevered. And now as we gaze out to the horizon, hopefully you do see, but it is bright. And I'd say that's a real good thing for you, the class of 2022. And I do believe, through the inspirational words of Congresswoman Murphy, that leading a life filled with courage, purpose, and service is what will make all the difference. So I'm confident in that, and I wish you guys well here. It's become a tradition that the Alumni Association presents each graduating senior with the stole of gratitude that you wear today. In fact, this is the 18th year of that tradition. While this is a gift to you, you in turn will honor the tradition by presenting the stole to someone, family, friend, perhaps a faculty or staff member who made a difference here during your college experience, who played a significant role helping you to achieve your goals at Gettysburg College. I hope that you'll take the opportunity following today's ceremony to present the stole to someone who has made that experience special. I'm honored to officially welcome you to our very special association, whose members have already played a large part in your Gettysburg experience, and who are ready and waiting to help as you take your next steps. Please know how much we have been rooting for you, how honored we are to have you stand among us. We're eager to know you, to connect with you, and to find ways to support you as you move forward in life. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, the baton of responsibility for the future of our college begins to pass your way. Your alma mater has thrived for more than 190 years through the ongoing engagement and support of alumni, parents, and friends. I urge you to become the leaders of your generation in sustaining that tradition too. So, class of 2022, congratulations and welcome.
Thank you, Brian. There is a custom at commencement where graduates move their tassels from the right side to the left, signifying their new status as bachelor degree holders. Graduates, I now invite you to move your tassels accordingly. We have one final tradition here, and that is the privilege I have to deliver the charge to the class of 2022. I began my comments to you today by speaking about what it means to build a better world and how you, as Gettysburg graduates, are proof that a brighter tomorrow is always worth fighting for. Phoebe Dosher, Representative Murphy so powerfully expressed this, but you have everything within you to make a difference, to leave a contributive, a meaningful, and a consequential life. Guided by their words to you today, and inspired by your actions over the course of the last 4 years, my charge to you is simply this: dream daringly. Be brave in the face of changing tides and at problems that at first blush may seem insurmountable. Step forward into the arena of tomorrow's ideas, policies, debates, and decisions, and lend your voice and best thinking to our future. Be humble and yet confident in the many talents you will bring to a world that very much needs those talents. And lastly, believe in yourself, because when all is said and done, the courage to try is the courage to truly live. Class of 2022, we are so proud of you. We wish you the very best in the adventures ahead. Congratulations and do great work.
Thank you, President Giuliano. Now will Zachary DeBesh, member of the class of 22, please come to the podium. to lead the singing of the alma mater, which is printed inside the back cover of your program. Zachary will be accompanied by the Commencement Brass Ensemble. The ensemble will be playing the alma mater as arranged by Keith Gramis, a member of the class of 2013. After the singing of the alma mater, the benediction will be pronounced, and then we'll have a few final instructions.
Won't you pray with me? Dear Mama, great Father, giver of life, be good to this class of 2022. The sea is so big and their boats are so small. When the sea rises to eat them, when the sun burns their backs, when the joy of living seems so far away, when there is no place to run and there is fire everywhere, let them cling to the great work you have begun in them in this place, so that the world they embark to meet will never be the same. Amen.
We're almost there, folks. We have a few final announcements, and we have a special message from our president as well. Immediately after the commencement exercises, light refreshments will be served at our department receptions in the following locations, so listen up. Arts and Humanities will be in the atrium. The Natural Sciences, Mathematics, and Computer Science will be in the Science Center. A full list by major is available on the commencement website if you need it, and it can be accessed via page 3 of your program. In a few moments, we'll begin our recessional. The graduates will follow the faculty down the center aisle and towards Memorial Field. We kindly ask that you remain in your seat until all of the graduates have departed the commencement site. That way we avoid just a chaos out here. To conclude our ceremony, I invite President Giuliano to send you off into the world.
I simply want to do this, folks. I want to introduce the class of 2022. Congratulations again.